I haven't really been really active on the videos and explaining what's going on, etc., because to be honest, the weather it's been horrendous. So really windy, really windy, and absolutely nailing it down the whole time, which is great for the fishing but not so good for videoing and stuff. Like I said, you just probably wouldn't have even heard me with the winds and the rain hitting on the bivvy. It's just not the one. It's calmed down a little bit, so I'm just going to try and give you some kind of update on what's going on. So I arrived late yesterday. Probably didn't arrive till about 3:30ish roughly, and obviously I knew roughly where I wanted to be from where I'd seen a few fish show last time. Obviously last time I caught as well, that lovely 21 pounder, but yeah, so I basically got here, knew kind of where I wanted to be, but I didn't just want to set up blind, so I went and stood in a swim opposite. So I'm in the same swim I was in last time. I went and stood in a swim opposite called Rats, and when I was in here last week, a few fish that I did see, although they're almost on the line, some of them, of my left rod where I did catch a fish, they were further over, more closer to this rat swim, so I thought I'd go over there. But I potentially did rush the decision because I was stood in Rats for a bit, and it's a bit of an awkward swim, to be honest, so I'll come round here, and I seen one show, and it come out 3 times. It was a decent fish as well, jet black, come out to the wrist of its tails, so I thought, that will do. So anyway, set up and everything. Obviously haven't updated you, like I said, but I had 2 last night, but because it was getting so late, what I'd done was I put, and obviously because of the fish I'd seen last time, and the one I seen in here yesterday was to the left, so I thought, you know what, I'm going to put both of my rods on that left spot that I was fishing, and try and capitalise on if the fish are still over there, and if they're not, I can kind of reevaluate and move the rod. The joys of having 2 on a spot is you can move one off and still have one on that spot, so it's fine. So that's what I've done, 2 on a spot. I didn't finish bombing until it was dark, so then I sorted all my kit out and everything, blah blah blah, and then about an hour into darkness, say about 5:30, within a space of an hour from then till about 6, 6:30, I must have heard, I think I heard about 7 or 8 fish, one being to my left, which is a good sign, it means they're still kind of in that kind of zone, but I heard the rest of them were to the right hand side of the swim. I've got a spot to the right, now it's not as far right as where the fish are showing, because there's a swim just next door, so I have a spot that I fished to the right that I had a tench off it last week, and I've caught carp off it before, that I could have put a rod on. Now it's not on them, but it's closer, so I'll redo a rod and I'll put it over to that spot. So by the time I'd finished doing it, you know, because that spot was a bit kind of, I don't know whether you remember last time there was a crack, but it was a very small area, but still some of the baits was coming in like almost tainted, like a little bit of black. It's like dying weed, but obviously they were feeding in it, so it's not an issue. But I took the wafter off that I was trying, and put a pop-up back on it, because obviously for that reason. Anyway, sorted it all out, put 6 bombs over it, was sorted, sat down at about 9ish, whatever it was, and I was like, right, okay, I'm closer to it. I'm pretty confident. I don't know why I should have done it sooner, because at the end of the day, like I've said, you've got one on the spot. And the plan in my mind was to move a rod if I seen anything that was worth moving it for. So yeah, done that. Went to sleep a little bit later on, and then around about 1:30, 2 o'clock, just woke up to an absolute one toners melting. It was ripping off that fast. I mean, I'm on braid and I'm not fishing really loose clutches. And kettle's boiled. And it was one of them melters that you almost don't want to lift the rod right up, because it's just savage. Anyway, I get that one in. Up a double mirror. I think it's little angry male, I think, but lovely fish, lovely frame to it. Get the rod back out, put 3 spoms over the top, and get back into bed. No, sorry, I didn't get back into bed. I had a cup of tea because I was like buzzing. I was like, whoa, I've had one this quick, you know, off the rod I've moved. So I had a cup of tea, watched me phone for a little bit, got back into bed, and then I couldn't have been asleep more than an hour or two, and that rod's away again. And to be honest, didn't fight, didn't do anything. The bite just pulled up tight. It kited to the left a bit, brought it back round. Once I kind of caught up with where it was kiting to, and just, you know, brought it like a dog on a lead straight back in and straight into the net. Nothing, literally just a few little head knocks, you know, but nothing to write home about. And that was a slightly bigger one, maybe scraper 20 common, lovely, like bronzy colour. I mean, the pictures never do them justice fully, do they? But so I had 2. I didn't have anything else, but I had to go to the shop at about 10:30. But up until that point, from first light to then, till 10:30, 10:15 when I left, there was loads of shows. And since I've got back in the swim, like I said, I didn't have a lot of sleep, so I've had a nap. But I've seen a lot of fish this morning, and I've seen a few this afternoon. So the rods, when I got back at about 11, I put the rods back out, put 5 spoms over each, and I've left them, and they're not coming back in. Pop-ups are mega buoyant, so they're not going to be a problem. But yeah, be interesting to see what happens tonight. Hopefully another 2 would be a bonus, and that'd be a mega result for, well, what is New Year's Eve today, so 31st of December. Mega result. But yeah, I know this one's been a long video, but you know, I'm just trying to keep you up to speed with what's going on, because I know I haven't been on it with the videos this session just because of the weather. It's been savage, but fingers crossed I can get a couple more, and obviously I'll update you if I do. If not, probably speak to you in the morning. Right, hello. Again, it's been a bit mental, and the weather has not been great, so I'm trying to do updates when I can, but it's hard work. So last time I spoke to you, I'd had 2, and we were coming into New Year's Eve, or we were in New Year's Eve. It's now New Year's Day, and I've had another 5. So I entered 2023 with a fucking bang. Yeah, I just kept everything the same. Put the rods back out, left one and right one. Put 5 spoms over each. I'd put them out at about 11 o'clock when I got back from the shop, and I was planning to leave them there until the following day when I packed up, basically, which would have been today. Well, I didn't go home. The fish continued to show that evening. I stayed the extra night, and it was definitely worth it. So as you can see, I ended up with another 4 more, which I caught all before 11 o'clock at night. So I thought it was going to really kick off, but the wind died down, the skies cleared, and it went colder. And I think that just killed it in the end. But 11 bites in 3 nights, I can't complain. And I can't wait to get back down there. Hopefully, more of the same. Alright guys, I'm all finished work. It's 2 o'clock and I am heading to the Cotswolds again, so fingers crossed I can get there, find the fish. If I can't find them, hopefully the swim I fished last time is free, because I see no reason why they won't be still held up there, and hopefully can catch a few. I will see you in a bit. Just arrived and car was quite busy, so I didn't think I was going to be able to get the swim that I had last time. I had a few in mind, a few others. The conditions are very similar to the last 2 times I've fished and I've caught out the swim. You know, it's a stale wind pushing down the other end, so I see no reason for them to move on it. I think they'll still be off the back of it in front of me, and the swim is free. My other options are not, so I've just dropped my bag in there. I'm going to get my gear, get set up. Should be fairly simple. I know my wraps, just be flicking them out, jobs are good, and fingers crossed I get a few. So I've ended up in the same swim. There's quite a few anglers on, I mean, last weekend I had nobody opposite me, and no one next door or anything. I've got 3 guys opposite me this time, and there's a guy next door, and just in general the lake's a lot busier. To be expected, obviously. It's not New Year's this weekend, so more people are coming out. But yeah, I went straight back on the same spots that I was on last week. Same hot bait, so I got a squid and octopus on one, tutti frutti on the other. Both on multis again. Bait wise, I've come with a lot more, just in case, because obviously last time I started running out of bait, and I had to go buy some more, which is not the one. So I've came with plenty of boilies, Bosh baits, allergy and kraken, plenty of carbon baits, hemp, and then I've just got some sweet corn from the supermarket, frozen bag of sweet corn, a kilo in there. It's all been soaking for a couple of days. I've squished some of the boilies and that, so it's like emulsion and stuff, and little bits of chops as well as loads of holes. So hopefully the angling pressure doesn't screw it up for me, but if it does, hopefully they come over to me, because I've got them out very minimal. 8 spawns over each rod, all went spot on. I'm slack lined, so now that it's gone quiet, hopefully they don't really know I'm here, whereas probably 95% of the people on here, they're sat there with pingo lines, rod tips up, the carp definitely know they're there. I mean, it's a good stock of carp in here, that's why I'm doing the winter on here. But I think if you can, no matter how technically easy day ticket carp are to catch, although this is not a day ticket, this is almost stocked like one, not so heavily, but I think if you can get the lines down, it's good. The weed's not that bad at all, so I can get it down, and I'm on braid anyway, so it's not too bad. But yeah, fingers crossed we can get a couple, but like I said, it's a bit busier, so we'll see, time will tell. It's about 6:30 now, rod's been out for a couple of hours, so we will see. A lot of night bites last week, so I think out of 11, I think 9 were night bites, so yeah, we'll see. It's been absolutely nailing it down, so I haven't been able to listen, but it's stopped raining now, so I'm going to get out of the bivvy and have a look, just see if I can hear any. Hopefully hear them in front of me, ideally. If not, if they're showing somewhere else and I can move on to them tomorrow, then I may do that as well, but we'll play it by ear. Right guys, it's 8:30 in the morning, and other than a couple of pretty savage liners, it's been pretty quiet, to be fair. I've seen one this morning, not a million miles away from the right hand rod, but it's not a feeding fish, like it just come out clean. But until I seen that one, it was looking quite not very good, to be honest. It was pretty deflated. I heard a few to the right last night after dark, like I did last week really, which made me move the right rod, but they were quite far down to the right. I'd say almost 2 swims up, probably best part of 80 to 100 yards. But I thought, well, that's kind of similar to what happened last time, and I moved the right rod and I caught, so I was kind of confident. But yeah, nothing. A couple of liners that woke me up, and it was a bit savage last night. very windy and it's been raining most of the night, so yeah, prior to seeing that fish show, I was thinking about a move, possibly, or at least go and have a look, see what I can see, which I'm going to do anyway, because I've got a reel in at 10:30 anyway. I've got something I've got to do. I've got a phone call I've got to make, and the signal's not very good right here, so it's one of them. But yeah, after I do that, I'm going to have a little look about and see. Last week they were showing a lot in between kind of first light and 10-11 o'clock. Today it's been a bit quieter, so we'll just see. We'll see what happens, and obviously I'll update you accordingly. But as of now, nothing to report. No fish. And the conditions are absolutely bob on as well, like full moon, low pressures, big winds, even though the winds are stale. It's been pushing the same way pretty much for a couple of weeks. And rain, obviously, it does look bang on for it, but we'll keep at it and see what we can do. On a multi, Inks with an octopus from Bosh baits, looks good helicopter, big 4 ounce that. So just panned off a load of slack there, so it can start sinking, get that line down. Again, same with this one. Multi, 4 ounce lead on a heli, multi rig again, and it's a Tutti Frutti from Bosh baits this time. Right, so we spoke about the rigs are the same hook baits, but the mix has changed, and this is the same mix I used when I caught the 11 fish. When I caught the 21 pounder I showed you the mix, and it was just crumb, bit of hemp and maggots. I took the maggots out as they are expensive and harder to keep. So I just thought I'd try it last session and it seemed to work, so I'm sticking with that basically. And it is very simple. And that is it. we've got some 18mm allergy and 18mm kraken, and some 14mm kraken and 14mm allergy from Bosh baits. Just some sweet corn and some hemp from Carbon Baits. And that is it. Like I say, I've crushed a lot of the holes up as well. And I just squished them up. They've gone nice and soft and just squished to a mush like that. So I've done that. A lot of holes in there as well, because last time I had a lot of holes, and it seemed to work, so hasn't up to now on this session, but I've seen a few fish and I've moved. So we're in the new plot, and I'm happy with the spot I've got. I've went 2 on one spot, so that I'm only committing to one spot, and then if fish move, I see movement, I can pull one off, and I'm not kind of putting loads of different spots in the swim basically. So yeah, I've just went with 8 spawns over it, and yeah, we'll see what happens. I've seen a couple show just to the right, which was a swim free, but a guy's dropped it next door, and a guy's dropped it next door in this one I wasn't, to the left. So let's hope the move's paid off. Sometimes it doesn't, sometimes, you know, if it stay put, you know, you might have caught, but hindsight's a wonderful thing, isn't it? And I can only add on what I've seen. I've seen probably 8 or 9 shows in front of here this morning, and I had to move, so we'll give it a go, see what happens. It's just starting to get dark now, so it's probably about 3:30 maybe, something like that. So hopefully I'll give you an update during the night, because I've had 1 or 2. If not, then I'm sure I'll catch up with you in the morning. Good morning. So the move paid off. I had one last night, so it's about 24-25 pound, little short fat dumpy mirror. I was absolutely made up, because I was beginning to question the move, whether it was gonna work out or not, because I hadn't seen or heard anything since I moved in here, really. But nothing else to report though after that one. Haven't even had a line or anything, not a single beep. I've seen one this morning show 3 times further past my spot, but it showed in line with my spot, but obviously further past, and then again further to the right each time. So it's obviously a moving fish and it's bugging off that way. But
I know in the past, albeit different time of the year, but I know in the past a geezer I know has caught out of here up until 12 o'clock, and yesterday when I seen all the fish in here it was late morning, so fingers crossed that they turn up again and maybe I can nick one, but if not, you know, I've managed to nick one. I haven't blanked, so it's a result. It's always nice to make a move to what you see. You react to what you see, you move, and then you end up catching. It just lets you know you are making the right decisions. So yeah, it's good. Right, I'm gonna have a cup of tea. Didn't have a great night's sleep, to be fair, and I'm gonna hope that long comments are waiting for me. Right guys, it's been a bit of a mare today, to be fair. Obviously, like I said, I had that one last night, which was a great result after moving. But I went to the toilet earlier and I had to get some more water anyway, and I got a flat tyre, which is not the one, so I've tried to sort it all out, but by the looks of it, I'm not going to be able to get it sorted today, obviously being a Sunday and everything, so it's going to have to wait until Monday. And fellow Bosh boss Scott, my brother, he's going to bail me out, and I've got a spare at home and he's going to bring that down so I can fit it onto the van and get my ass to work tomorrow, basically. So basically what it means is I've got another night that I hadn't planned for, so every cloud has a silver lining and all that jazz in it. The guy to my right has now moved, which is a bonus. He's moved opposite because there have been a few fish showing further over there. Fair play to him, he was on it this morning, but having had that fish, now he's moved to where the fish was showing anyway, so I can't move to the only thing that I've seen. So what I have done is I put 2 on a spot yesterday, and I thought I'll move it if anything's seen, but then obviously that guy pulled up, so I was like, I'll just leave 2 on the spot, because it's, like I said, it's a tight swim. Now he's moved, and there was fish showing to the right yesterday, and I heard fish to the right last night. So I've moved the rod now. I've kept one on the spot that I caught from, but I've moved the rod to the right hand side now, which is not a million miles away. I can't get to them because it's like a line of reeds coming out, so I can't get exactly where the fish showed, but I'm out there on a nice little clean spot to the right. So I've got 2 spots, they're all baited. Same bait that you've seen, same rig, same hook baits, nothing changed. If it's not broke, you don't have to fix it, kind of thing. And yeah, I'm just going to have a brew and kick back now for the afternoon. May even get a nap, I don't know, we'll see. I'm pretty tired, even though I wasn't up all night. I don't know why, I just didn't sleep very well. But yeah, I'll keep you updated.
nice angry male. Let's see if you play ball. Very angry. And there you go. Second one of the trip. Probably up a double, maybe low 20. I'm not going to weigh him, I'm just going to sit him back. And yeah, good result. Probably about 1:30, 2 o'clock. So it's still time for more. Visits are bang on. Big moon is here. Big Collins waiting for me. But yeah, mega chuffed. Squid and octopus. Lots of allergy and kraken from Bosh. Baits. Plenty of hemp and carbon baits. And just sprinkling this week on. I'll quickly show you the other side. But it's a mega fish. Didn't fight at all. Literally the bobbin pulled off, I pulled out the clip. And just come in. Just come in like a dog on a lead. Literally didn't do anything, didn't kite, didn't do nothing. Just come in and then fought on the net. Fought once it was in the net. And beaten it on the bank. Also I was trying to take pictures, but I'm happy. Bosh. Right, so I'm home finally. It took ages to sort the wheel out and everything because, like I said, I had a flat tyre. But overall, it was a decent session. I had 2 bites, you know, mid-20, 24, 25 pound. And that angry male was probably up a double, maybe scrape a 20. So it was a good result. And yeah, I'm looking forward to getting back down there, but it's probably not going to be for a couple of weeks. I'm busy this weekend with my daughter, so I might be able to get down on a Sunday, maybe do the Sunday night, but we'll see. But when I do get back out, I'll be sure to keep you updated.